So, tell me about the song. Tell me about the record.
Well, the record is, this phrase has been, well, Theresa May seems to have adopted a variety of phrases in sequence to beat people over the head with. But the one that really got me was this "will of the people" crap. And so I thought I would turn it into a catchphrase that Yobos can sing as they march up and down and smash shop windows, which they'll probably start doing on Thursday. And so it's an ironic anthem for the xenophobic masses. Not that anyone's going to play it, I don't suppose.
It's peculiar because I can't think of another song that has been written as a anthem for the very people that the person who wrote it is against.
Sorry, say the last bit again?
I can't think of another song which has been written as an anthem for the very people who the person who wrote the song is against.
Well, maybe I've inadvertently done something unique. It is, of course, somewhat tongue-in-cheek, as I provided them with two convenient slogans in there that they can pick out, which is British people are the best, sod off all the rest. I could hear a few thousand, drunken, bare-chested yobbos chanting that one. And what's the other one? British people know their mind, bugger humankind. I thought that was another quite good one as well. However, I have a feeling that some people who listen to it may not quite get it. I don't know. I've been trying to provoke Brexiteer groups by sending it to them and proposing that they distribute it among the masses.
And has anybody responded?
Not really. A few people have furthered, they've forwarded my posts or reposted them, but nobody's actually committed themselves. So I think perhaps they're waiting to see. They're waiting to run it up the flagpole and see if it's got any legs.
I think you ought to send it to Jacob Rees-Mogg and see what happens.
Yes, indeed. Well, I made a little video to accompany it. Jacob appears in the video, accompanying the line that refers to, "You may call me a creep," and then there we are. There's Jacob's beaming face.
He is one of the most unpleasant human beings that I have...
Isn't he? And what a thorough hypocrite to advise his clients in his role as investment fund manager to move all the money out of the UK and put it in his new fund, which he opened, which is based in Dublin.
He's a horrible little man.
Yes, he is a horrible little man. Yes. So, on a slightly wider... it's an example of how this thing is infecting every realm of my existence. It's even I get enraged when I listen to people making pop music, because I think how can anybody pretend that these times are not strange and unusual and continue to write songs about girls and cars and money? It's just not possible.
It's Nero while Rome burns, isn't it?
It feels what?
It's like Nero fiddling while Rome burns.
Yes, it is.
Never happened.
It is. Well, and pop music once had a voice of some sort, but it certainly doesn't have a voice anymore. It's become entertainment. I do remember when pop music was a platform for some kind of expression, some kind of connection with the real world outside, and it's infuriating to see that there isn't. Well, some people do it, but mostly they tend to be the older sort of people, strangely enough.
That is sad, but something which is, I find very encouraging, is the way that so many young people, and very young people, are embracing green politics.
Yes, I agree. I agree, and it seems in the case of this particular one that I think I read the figure of 2 million young people have got the vote since the fateful day that the referendum came up. And of course they are almost exclusively people who want more cooperation rather than less.
Do you think another referendum is likely to happen?
I don't know, really. I mean, on a common sense level, it makes perfect sense to go back to the patient before his operation and say, now, are you sure you still want us to do this? Has anything changed in the last 2 years? But common sense has no, common sense doesn't get you votes, I suppose.
And it doesn't sell newspapers.
No. And of course, this unlocks our way into conspiracy theories. But some of the people who are driving this in the British press stand to lose an enormous amount of money on April 1st when the European Union's money laundering regulations come into legal force. The day after Britain leaves, this has been pointed out by some observers. So if Britain is a member of the EU on April the 1st, they will be legally bound to bring into national legislation but there is a feeling that people who work offshore are going to be quite rightly affected by this EU legislation. I just have to keep reminding myself that I'm a German, and it shouldn't matter. Yes, it does, but I keep trying, I look in the mirror every morning and say, you're German, it's alright, it's nothing to do with you. But strangely enough, on a sort of emotional level, it really is acutely painful and frustrating. And who knows? So I do what I can,